The teacher I remember most fondly from my days at stationers was a Mr. Thomas. He taught English, literature and language. We used to call him Gus, or Gus Thomas. I don't think his name was Gus. He may have been, but I don't know. That's what we called him. And he wasn't an easy man to like in some ways. He was quite austere and he demanded respect. He was strict, but he didn't rule the class by cruelty or humiliation or favoritism or anything of that sort. He treated everybody the same, and you didn't mess with Gus. So in fact, you learned. One of his other duties was detention master. He used to record detentions, and you'd go to a room in the evening and report to him. And detentions, if you got them from other teachers or prefects, they were recorded in a register and probably appeared on your final records or your report or something. It certainly was a demerit to your house. But if you got a detention from Gus, it was between you and him. And the work you mussed up in class or the homework you hadn't done, you'd have to do it in the detention. And when it was done to his satisfaction, you could go. But the detention you got didn't appear on your record. It was between you and him. I believe he had a genuine love of the English language, spoken and written, and poetry and prose. And one of the things he had, he used to have particular words that he disliked. To decimate, for example. He'd say, don't decimate, don't say things were decimated. People don't know what it means. It means 1 in 10. It doesn't mean catastrophe or disaster or anything of the sort. It means a military punishment, 1 in 10. And another word that he was one of his bête noire was nice. He said people say nice, they had a nice holiday, nice ice cream, nice this, nice that. I don't want to hear it. Don't put it in your essays. They don't use the word nice. You don't know what it means. So I went to the trouble of finding out what nice does actually mean and how it should be used. And I think it means precise or accurate or nice. You say something's nicely done or nicely made. It means it's precise and accurate. Anyway, I wrote an essay and used nice in the proper way that it was intended to be used. I believe I got an A+ for that essay, which is probably the highest score I got for any work I did while I was at stationers. Another thing he said was, I think he was about to read some poetry, and there was a general sort of a low murmur from the class, and he sort of turned to us and he said, well, don't be ridiculous. In a couple of years' time, when you want to impress a young woman, what are you going to do if you don't know any poetry? It was lost on us, I suppose, but I guess he was right. Anyway, at the end of the school day, he was collected by a rather interesting looking woman with short dark hair and rosy cheeks, and she drove, I believe, a Morris Traveller, and Gus got in it and they looked happy. And I suspect that when she was younger, she was the sort of woman who was impressed by poetry. They looked happy. I hope they were. They deserve to be. Anyway, that was Gus.